Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're all well. Season's best wishes. Everything's going fine. Thought I'd make a quick season's holiday shot today because I came across a really interesting report from SC Insights about the lithium market, and I think it's really relevant to a number of the lithium players, but in particular, I would say quite interesting for Vulcan Energy Resources and quite interesting for a number of the brine players in South America and other places. So I'm going to be reading a few notes, so you'll see my eyes go up and down, up and down. So apologies for that, but just putting something out quick. Right, so first thing that they mentioned in the report, and I put an image up, is that now it looks like the lithium market is in reasonable supply-demand balance with around overall production of 6 to 7 days. I mean, this is focused on China, but let's extrapolate it out, which means that the massive price drop that we've seen, we should obviously not see that anymore. And if anything, it's a turning point. What we want to see are more stable prices because we don't want lithium to be competed out. We want the EVs to be affordable, etc. So that's one piece of good news. So supply demand relatively in balance according to SC Insights report. Second one, lower highs and higher lows. In other words, we're unlikely to see very, very low lithium prices like a few years ago, but at the same time, we're unlikely to get back to the heady highs that we saw last year and earlier this year, and we don't really want to because, as I said again, like the current oil market, I've been arguing that high oil prices lead to demand destruction in the end for their product. We don't want to see the same thing in lithium, and obviously we have competitors to lithium like sodium. They'll have their sodium ion, they'll have their place, but we need a narrower band of price fluctuations, and I think that's what is being forecast or expected by SC Insights. Third one, costs have structurally changed. So what this means, I expect, based on these graphs and analysis, is that a lot of the really low cost lithium resources, you go for those first, they've been developed, and after those you go to the next higher. And what you get is those tenements that have the lower costs are really in the money, even when spot prices or longer term prices fluctuate. They've got a far higher chance of staying in the money. So it's good to see which mines and which producers are where they are on the cost curve. Fourth one, hot or not. So two things. One is there's expected to be a general recovery in other sectors of the market. It's really been focused on big tech, but we expect with lower interest rates and a final kind of supply and demand balancing for recovery to be in other sectors, other commodity sectors, other sectors of the economy. But it's not expected to see a super hot lithium market simply because now it's more mature, supply demand's in balance, etc. But hey, who knows, who's ever forecast the spot price properly? But I would say for lithium, it's on the upside, the potential. Fifth, boom and bust, this entitled here, and what this pretty much means is in commodity markets, you go through cycles. It always happens. It's never not happened. And all I can say, and all this report effectively says, is lithium has just gone into a bust cycle. And after bust, you're laying the ground for a boom because you have tightening of finance, the interest rates, risk aversion, etc. And what that does, it obviously cuts near-term supply. And that has an effect on medium-term prices again. So, in other words, it's positive for the lithium price going forwards. Last thing, that's the report. So it's I would say pretty bullish. I'd say I'm very excited in particular about Vulcan Energy Resources because it's with everything happening in Europe, with those market factors, supply, demand, with the cost curves as you've seen them, and the price being pulled to the upside given the current financing and investment situation, interest rate cycle, all good. What I would also say is that there's a billionaire called Gina Reinhardt who's going around purchasing lithium companies and holdings, and she's a big holder in Vulcan as well. Generally speaking, if I was to go around and say to you, I'm purchasing all this lithium, you might say, all right, that's interesting. But when a billionaire does it, it's more than interesting. So I'll finish on that note. Great season's best wishes. Happy New Year when it comes. And I think do your own research, not advice. But I think lithium market's looking great, and stocks that I'm a holder of, things like Vulcan Energy Resources, Latin Resources, these are later stage, and what they've got to do is really calibrate their financing. These are the key catalysts to look out for in 2024. Those companies that are further along the production stage and where financing is really their next big step as they move into the next stages of construction and eventually production. Good luck. Thanks.